Well, I was born into a family where my father, before he met my mother, he had an idea that once he's going to have daughters or kids, boys, then he wouldn't like to have them to go to school, and also specializing in one specific field. So later on, when my sister Susan, who is 7 years older than I am, she was born, and she was about 3.5 years old, she started to play chess, and also she was pretty good in mathematics. But then, for some reason, my parents decided that chess is a subject where you can measure the results in a much more fair way. So that's how it was chess in the family, and for me it was the most natural thing to join the club and learn the moves. In the beginning it was a game, and later on, shortly afterwards, it became as a sport. But it was also science partly, as there were a lot of analysis and the research, so I could play better in my next game. I was also wondering quite some years ago when I started to think that how is it possible that we were not jealous about each other's results. And I think the only reason and explanation I can say is that it was a lot of difficulties when we were growing up with the government, because it was not something normal to accept that we didn't go to school, and especially it was not something very regular that somebody says that girls are able to reach the same result in chess, which was clearly a male-dominated sport. And because of the many opposition and attacks and no support, this made us really close and be very happy for each other's result. There are two ways of having chess or educational chess in schools. In my program, for example, in the Chess Palace, we're using chess as a tool to improve the skills for kids for thinking skills. We have the chessboard of 64 squares, so we use the coordinates in different ways. We have a palace, so the 64 square is projected on this castle, and the kids are finding the pieces on the castle, the tower, and they are playing in the coordinate from A1, how to reach H8 or G7 to the tower, and then in a very playful way they are going to find things. They learn where is right, left, forward, behind, diagonal, etc. So they are thinking and visualizing things in a more complex way. I hope that also here in schools many kids can experience the richness of chess and the positive effect on that.